Assalamu alaikum. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be speaking about an interesting topic. Maybe you've heard of. Some of you might heard of the economic crisis of 2008. I don't know. Maybe some of you heard of it. No one? Yes, we got someone over there. And I'm going to be speaking about its relationship with Algerian economy. I mean, it's kind of weird to think maybe like an economic crisis happening in America having a relationship in Algeria. Well, yes, it isn't much of a relationship. But I was very interested in the topic and I wanted to look it up and I wanted to share it with you. So, first of all, I'll be explaining what happened exactly in 2008. This started in 2001 exactly. A banker suggested this idea. You know loans, Yes. You get a loan from the bank, you get a house, you have to pay interest and so on. So this banker thought, why not sell these debts? Like bonds. So they started selling these debts to investors, making tons and tons of them. And all of a sudden there was like this file. Before that, America removed kind of a barrier for them. Banks were able to loan freely. So this skyscraper of debts that was based on very, very bad loans. They even have something called ninja loan. It was this no income, no asset, no job loan. They were giving loans to everybody. And this whole thing piled up until late 2007, 2008, where the effects started. Yeah, I'm going to be talking to them briefly. Subprime loans. U.S. banks give risky mortgages to people who could not afford them, known as subprime loans. They are very, very risky loans. These loans were like toxic packages. They are like a bunch of bad loans sold as investment products to banks across the world. So yeah. And one thing I wanted to refer to, this whole thing happened because there was corruption. I will tell you about it. So these loans were supposed to be kind of valued by a private company. Give them ratings. There's like B, double B, triple B, A, double A, triple A. So these private companies, they always gave those loans a triple A rating, and that you might wonder why would they do that? Because these private companies were paid by banks. Think about this. You got a restaurant and you got a restaurant and the food critic is being paid by the restaurant. I mean, he's gonna look for some critic that will give him a Michelin star, obviously. So there was a contradiction. Yeah, anyway, this whole thing piled up and crashed in 2008. So this led to literally the end of the world for stock markets. We have seen GDP for a few countries have dropped significantly, like the US GDP, which usually never drops. It always rises highly. Yeah, which is a sign of the depression. Recession. The employment. There was like 10% unemployment rate in America, which never happened before. World trade dropped by 12%. And oil prices. This is gonna lead us to the next point. Exactly when this catastrophe happened in 2008, I think it was September maybe. Oil prices rise high, like the price was 138 for a barrel, which is very high. I mean, the highest rate since the three wars of, the war between Israel and Egypt and so on. Yeah. And then, in a few months, it dropped to $30 a barrel. Yeah. And this leads us to this next point. What does Algeria got to do with this? It's not much, really, because we were very safe from this. Our financial system was kind of isolated from the world. Our banks did not bring loans from other countries. We did not invest. We did not have any debt. At that time, our debts were mostly paid. We had 140 billion in foreign exchange reserve. It's an institution called FRR. Yeah, also we have GDP growth from 2007 to 2008. 3.1 to 4.9. You might wonder, we have not been affected, right? But no, we have. As Algeria, as all of us know, Algeria depends only on oil. You know, oil, gas. This is our only source of income, 95%. So when prices dropped, we had to use our reserves, and this led us printing money and so on. The dinar was dropping. Yeah. And yeah, this pretty much the effect. But this leads me to the message I want to give in this wonderful evening. Next one, please. What should change? I mean, everybody made this discussion that we need to diversify our economy. We need to find new sources of income. We need to search and and innovate. It starts from here, from every person, not about the land. Well, everyone keep talking and saying our government is not doing anything. No one is doing anything. It's on you, every person, everyone who has a store, everyone who wants to learn a profession, everyone who's producing something, learning something. Everyone can participate. How is a global economy functioning? Let's go to Japan, for example. Their economy is functioning because of those people who built those companies. Toyota, anything you can name it. It starts from the people, not from only the government. Don't blame others. Start by blaming yourself. Anyway, this was my message. Thank you very much.
شكرا. والآن مع